without further ado, I want to kick it off with GMD right here as my first guest. What's good? Come on.
What's up? What's up? Not much. We're just enjoying LA and getting ready for the tournament.
Yeah. So how are you feeling heading into stage one VCT? I mean, I was kind of alluding to it just now, but you guys only played in VCT last year. I remember because I always wanted to spec your games on stream, and there just wasn't a lot of them, right? Like there just simply wasn't a lot of games from the Gen.G team. So I always had a lot of high hopes for you guys because I heard murmurs from the background that you guys were doing really, really well in scrims and practices. So how do you look to, I guess, beef up your results and get more games under your belt this year?
I mean, not playing that much is sometimes helpful because, I mean, not a lot of people can study your game, but it's also like practice, you know, like, yes, we did good in scrims, but it didn't go too well in matches, which is that's sad. You don't get many chances in VCT. Like you mess up one of the rounds and out for a couple months. Even like when we lost in Berlin, like it was a 3-month break, I think, and that's very not depressing. But practice like for 3 months is like the meta has the time to change, and it's just not a good feeling to wait to sit 3 months. So yeah, I'm excited for this upcoming tournament. I feel pretty confident. Obviously, scrims don't mean that much, but I think I have more experience now. We have a pretty good roster, and yeah, I'm excited. I think it's also like a open bracket, which is scary for any team, but
yeah,
be out there battling with them.
Yeah, what do you think of the format changes to VCT? Because it does start in the open bracket, but there are slight changes afterwards for the teams that qualify through the open bracket. Do you like the changes?
Yeah, I like the changes. Also, the fact that there's now 2 qualifiers, and I think the 4 teams that got invited deserve an invite, because in EU it was like that. So I think it should be the same in NA. I like the changes. I think the double elim. I think it's double elim after round of 16. I think I'm not sure like when it changes. I think it's a pretty good format. Obviously, the game is pretty new, so they kind of have to do the open bracket. Like I think any teams deserves a chance. So it's not a big deal to me, like having to battle for some games, but I mean, it's a new game, so I'm not too surprised. I like the new changes. I think Riot has been listening pretty well to what we asked for, so I'm excited, and I think it's a great change.
Dude, that's true. Yeah, Riot has done like an insane job of listening to the players throughout this entire, opening 2 years. I haven't heard a lot of this, so I'm kind of curious right now. What has been your experiences working with Riot as a professional player, and like giving them feedback, and like how often do you have these conversations with the devs?
We have a Discord that like you can ask the devs questions, etc. I got invited, I think, through Astra at some point, to try the agent, and yeah, every time that you tell them something's wrong, they either explain why it's like that or why they want to give it a chance. I think that makes sense. Honestly, they've been pretty awesome. Even at LCQ, when like some unlucky stuff that happened at LCQ, but they tried their best. And obviously during COVID times, it's hard, and I don't blame them. We asked for a LAN. We wanted to play a LAN tournament. Got it. It's not how we wanted it, but I mean, it's tough for everyone. So they've been pretty easy to work with. They've been pretty nice. They've been pretty easy to talk to, and I don't really appreciate how LCQ, like how the people bashed the Riot employees, etc. I think that was a bit unprofessional, but I did. They were upset. Some players were upset. Some team manager were upset, but it's not really their fault. So.
Yeah, I feel you and I were there. I mean, we're quite aware of all the protocols that Riot was going through to make sure stuff like that didn't happen, and it still did. It's just super unlucky. But
sports as well, like it's not always perfect. So.
Yeah, but I do have a very important question kind of going into your Twitter feed right here. Did you ever get the Wingstop last night, and what did you order? That's like that's the real question.
It was a bit of a lie because I was getting a milkshake that night, but I've ordered twice a Wingstop, but I read how many calories it was, and I stopped. I just got to stop, man. I'm not trying to get out here, so trying to eat healthy. So it was Chick-fil-A was closed on Sunday. I didn't know that. So I got.
Wait, you didn't know Chick-fil-A was closed on Sunday?
I got very sad, and Wingstop was the plan that day, but not at night. I got it for lunch, which is a bit better, I think. I hope it was better. So
yeah, that's probably better.
That's pretty bad. I'm pretty healthy out here.
I had to do it to you, man. But what do you consider your best agent right now? Kind of diving right back into it. Who's your best agent? Because you've been playing like Brim, you've been playing Sky. I've seen you on like Raze. I've seen you all over the place. Like, what do you like playing these days?
I in a team environment, or actual team, I really like Astra because I think we're a pretty smart team where we play the map pretty well, and I think Astra is one of the characters that can do that the most with like smoke, sucks, etc. So, I definitely do think my best agent is Astra right now. But I'm trying to work on like other agents like Viper and Brimstone. Sometimes, you know, we gotta pull it out sometimes, but not too often. I give them a chance. So yeah, I think. I should definitely have best agent. I think it's also my favorite agent. I think it's a cool support player, which is like I don't think people get a lot of credit. Like Vanity plays it pretty well. I think Zoms is probably one of the best as well, and they don't get that much credit because people see like the Jets dashing in and getting three, and like it's always like the flashy agents that get the most credit. But in a team environment, I think people value that as well. Like I know my team values that. I know other team value like their Astra, so I really like Astro, and I think I'm pretty good at it. I hope.
No, you're crushing it, dude. I actually love your Brim too. I'm not gonna lie. When I see you on Brim, yeah, it's pretty filthy, man. But I'm gonna deflect to the questions from the chat now because we got one from Sprinkles, and he says, "How does it feel to have been a part of the team since day one and seeing this team evolve to an international roster with the addition of Rhyme and Coach Elma Putty?" And you and I obviously know Elma Putty really well from CS:GO. He had a really prevalent YouTube channel where he broke down a lot of games. He is a great mind for FPS shooters. So how's that been going with those two?
I mean, going back to like the old roster and how we evolved as a team, I think as soon as we picked up, I think Kenny was the first one, Kusa was the first one I picked up, and I think we kind of changed how we played. I think from there we kind of needed some change. Now Michael is also gone. I think Chris Mbappé has been helping a lot on the. He's a smart guy and he knows how to work on stuff. He's very good at like improving on some things. Like if we have issues with comms, we're gonna work comms for like 2 weeks and then it gets better. I think he's very good at like focusing on some things and improving it. So I think Chris has been crushing it that level. Rhyme is pretty new to the team. He just got here like a couple days ago in NA, so we didn't know how much he could do with the low ping. He's been crushing it, so we're happy with that. And yeah, he is crushing it. He is crushing. Yeah, I think obviously it was sad to see some friends leaving when like over time. But I think I'm happy where they are. Like FE's is having a blast on V1, and other people are just having fun, and that's what I want for my friends, and I want to win. So everybody took. So.
Yeah, it's always brutal when you have to make those changes to the team because, like you said, I mean, you go really close to the players on the team, their friends, and with their coworkers, right? You spend so much time with them, but eventually changes have to be made. It's a job, so it's kind of unfortunate those changes had to be made. But it's good to hear that Rhyme has come over here and he's just owning on low ping. So he actually just got here, like not too long ago.
I think 4 days ago he got here, and we started practice like 3 days ago. So we've been like kind of seeing what he can do, and I think obviously like he was very tired when he got here because he had to deal with visa issues and all type of stuff. So obviously, we give him some days to get comfortable and see what he can do.
True, dude. I'm actually stoked to see this new lineup play. You guys have a couple overlapping roles, which I'm gonna kind of slam some questions to some of the later people about. But I'm gonna let you dig into one of your teammates right here because the question is worded: you have to pick one person to clutch a 1-on-3. Who do you pick and why? But I'm gonna have you answer that and say, who do you not want to clutch a one? Who do you not want in the clutch? Who's the person that's gonna feed in the clutch, and who's the person that you want in the clutch on the team?
First of all, I think I int some pulse plants myself, so maybe not me, but I think Rhyme. I don't think he's gonna be in a clutch ever. This guy's running it down, carrying 4 every round, so I don't think he's gonna be in a clutch position. So I guess I don't even know if he ever was in a clutch. So I'll make sure he's not in one of them. Probably me as well.
So you're just focusing on the negatives. I like this. This is the kind of interview I like. Okay. I think that's all I got for you, Gamal, man.